Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to Monday edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, and Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. Hope your day is off to a magnificent start. Hope your week is off to a magnificent start. If you're on Facebook, please like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. If you're on YouTube, please do us a favor and subscribe to the Baptist Scone YouTube channel and smash that like button. So it is officially camp week, y'all. LSU reports on Thursday, and then they open up fall camp on Friday. So LSU will be on the practice field Friday of this week. Excited to see how the team looks. Obviously, some position battles we're all going to be keeping an eye on. Everyone's so curious about quarterback, but man, I'm fascinated to see which running back emerges. Really excited, always excited to see the young freshmen, especially this year at receiver, to see which guys are gonna pop at receiver. On the defensive line, certainly we saw Mason Smith in spring. Let's see how he made use of the summer with Tommy Moffitt to get in shape and hopefully be a big part of that defensive line rotation. We'll get our first look at Mike Jones in an LSU uniform on Friday, and same for Major Burns at safety. So really exciting, man. Really exciting with camp ready to start this week for LSU. And of course, the Saints opened up practice on Thursday this past week, and Thursday, they report Thursday. No, they hit the practice field Thursday. Yeah, hit the practice field Thursday. Boy, man, I've said it and I'm gonna keep saying it. It's never been more apparent to me now than Jameis Winston's gonna be. I mean, I knew it all along. I think intellectually we knew it all along, but now I just know it's gonna happen. So, all right, let's say some good mornings. See what y'all got. Of course, I see the first question there from Ryan Dixon, and I think that's the big question a lot of people are going to have. Jeff Stipe, good morning. Ryan Dixon, any word on things changing in Pasadena? Just got my tickets. Well, I can tell you this, not that this is anything binding, but I did speak to, actually to Russ Mitchell, who you all may know. Russ lives in Arizona and was actually in LA with his family this weekend. And we were talking about plans for the game. And and I was asking him how things were there, and he's like, normal. I mean, you go around publicly, and some people are masked, but everything's open, and people are still going to restaurants, and still that, like, and that's LA. Like, you think LA would be really reactionary. The thing that's kind of odd, Ryan, is we're kind of in reverse now, because the rest of the country has vaccinated and taken precautions, and so their spikes apparently aren't as severe as what we're seeing here, because in Louisiana we're like the least vaccinated state. So my bigger concern, honestly, Ryan, is that California won't let someone from Louisiana fly in. That's my bigger concern. So that's why I'm getting vaccinated. I'm getting vaccinated because the variant is affecting kids like last year didn't, and so I'm worried about Drew. But then the other part is, selfishly, I want to go to LA, and I think by the time we wait another month, they're not going to let me get on a plane to LA if I'm not vaccinated. Hey, Kelly Gross, good morning. Hey, Dad, good morning. Thomas Bergeron, good morning. Chris Williams, good morning, Scone. Thank you for helping me get in touch with Hudco. Guys from Bossier City will be coming by tomorrow for a walkthrough. You got it, Chris. Very happy to help with that. Yeah, man, I mentioned it and should reiterate, Hudco Hudco was founded up in North Louisiana, so the Bossier office is kind of like the main office, and we obviously opened up here. But they're awesome. So if you're up in North Louisiana, Bossier, that Hudco office up there, they could certainly help you. Really anywhere Alexandria north. Charlie Cavell, good morning. Trivia Carter, good morning. Pat Huseman, good morning. And trivia finally back to LSU news. Hey man, you can always throw out questions, trivia, or comments. topics for conversation regarding the LSU Tigers, no matter what we're talking about. Definitely wanted to get to that. Alex Day, morning, Matt. How about the Saints signing Prince Amukamara? So the Saints did, in fact, sign two. Whoops, sorry. Oh no. We lost to Canada in soccer. Okay, I'm over it. So the Saints signed two free agent corners. So busy weekend, obviously, with Devontae Freeman signing, and then Prince Amukamara, and I need to see if he says Amukamara or Amukamara. And Kavari Russell was the other one. So Prince Amukamara, if you remember, from University of Nebraska, has been around the league for a long time. Came into the league back in 2011 with the Giants. And he went Giants, Jaguars, Bears. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he played in the NFL last year. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was out of the league last year. Yeah, he was. Let me see his transactions. Yeah, so he played in 15 games in 2019 with the Bears and was out of the league last year. So I guess there's a couple of ways to look at that. You could say, well, he's really rested, which may be true, rested, healthy, all that stuff. And he could also just be done, very real possibility there. So, but they needed a veteran cornerback. The other thing about Amukamara is he has primarily in his career played on the outside, and that's clearly what they need. But from Janoris Jenkins to Prince Amukamara, I'm going to say Amukamara. You have a noticeable drop. And then if Marshawn Lattimore is in fact suspended, now you have an even bigger problem. Because it's Prince Amukamara, you're 1, and Paulson Adebo, you're 2, or do you kick P-Rob out to boundary corner? Or is Ken Crowley going to be a starter for you? Probably. You know what I mean? So, and oh, by the way, you're facing Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay in Week 1. So, I really hope that Marshawn Lattimore is able to play. But I get it, Alex. They needed cornerback help, and none of the options we talked about were really great options. We went through the whole list of free agent cornerbacks yesterday, and there were some names you recognize. Jason Verrett, Garyon Conley, Dre Kirkpatrick, but who fits the mold of what you do and what you like, and they went and got Prince. So let's see. Kyle Milliken, preseason football starts this week. Going to be a good week, Tater. Absolutely. You got the Hall of Fame game this week. Think about that. You got the Hall of Fame game this week for the NFL. I'm pretty excited. I mean, we probably won't see any star players playing it, but I don't care. It's football. We're going to see football on TV this week. Strong side. Good morning. Taylor Oh, you told me, not... crap. Castine? Oh. How did I forget, Taylor? You told me how to pronounce it and I forgot. I forgot. Dang it. Taylor, with NIL, do you think there will be an unspoken deal price amount required to land recruits in the future? I'm asking in light of the Jacoby Matthews decommitment. So, Taylor, I'm not sure if you watched my Castane. God dog it. Sorry. I don't know if you watched the video I did, or it was the segment I did on AFR Friday about Jacoby Matthews, because I had a long talk with someone, let's say close to that situation. And apparently it's one of those things where Jacoby was close to a lot of big-time recruits all over the country, and those guys talk. And there are programs around college football that are kind of giving offer sheets or like, guaranteeing payouts in NIL. And so LSU better be hip to that game, man. I'll say this again. In his final 6, he did not include Bama or A&M. This weekend, he went to A&M, and Bama's supposedly the other front runner. Get in line, bro. Dale Broussard, who gets to start at safety for LSU. So I think you will see Todd Harris and Major Burns, I think, will be your starters at safety, at least to start the season. And then let's see how it rolls from there. And I say that because those are the ones with the most experience. Jordan Tolles played some last year, but wasn't great. Looked like a freshman. And then you've got 3 freshman safeties coming in this year. And that's exciting, man. See Sage Ryan and Davis from Virginia, wherever. And then you get the kid from Point Capee. I mean, you brought in some dudes you really think could play. You needed to load up at safety, but you just got a lot of young guys. So if I had to guess today, game 1, it'd be Todd Harris, provided he's fully healthy, and Major Burns. Let's see. Rich Whitlow, good morning from St. Martin. Good morning. Hey, Uncle Mike, good morning. Shelby Kelly, men won the Gold Cup against Mexico last night. Our third string beat most of their first team. That's awesome. I love whipping up on foreigners. Man, it's so hard to care about soccer. I want the USA to win everything. I just don't care about that. But good. I'm glad. I'm pumped we won. But George Walters, there's a report the Bills relocate to Austin, Texas. That's so hard to imagine that happening. Now, the thing that's worth noting is the Bills want a new stadium. All right, let's see. NFL in Austin. Report says Buffalo threatening to move to Central Texas. Seth Wickersham said the Buffalo Bills are considering a move to Austin to leverage public funding for a new $1.5 billion stadium. So that's what it is. They're trying to get a new stadium there in Buffalo. They've been trying for a long time now. My initial reaction to that is eye roll, right? I would need to see how long their lease is currently with the state of New York and with the city of Buffalo and yada yada. But I'll put it to you this way, man. Austin definitely has the corporate infrastructure to support an NFL team. There's no question. We've seen plenty of teams throughout the years fight with their cities for stadiums and over leases and stuff like that, and leave if they didn't get it. At some point, you're not bluffing anymore. Look at the Oakland Raiders. The Oakland Raiders left Oakland for Las Vegas because they could not get community support. The Golden State Warriors, they left Oakland because San Francisco, they just moved across the bay, but still they moved from Oakland to San Francisco because San Francisco built them a new arena. The Athletics are moving to Las Vegas. The Oakland A's are moving to Vegas. I was told that 2 summers ago when I was in Vegas. I was there with someone who just say no. A business owner there knows a bunch of people and how permitting and all that stuff works. And through the grapevine, it was basically known that the land at the end of the strip had been rezoned for public facilities, and that's where they were going to build a baseball stadium at the end of the strip in Las Vegas, and they were going to get the Oakland A's. And this was 2 years ago I was told that. Like, I wouldn't doubt anything. Like, could the Buffalo Bills leave Buffalo and go to Austin? Sure. I just wouldn't doubt it at all. I mean, I think Buffalo ponies up ultimately and keeps their team, but doesn't surprise me. Hey, David Wallace, Dylan Landry, Kyle Lofton, Jay Ward. I think Jay Ward will probably be on the field in a lot of like nickel and dime sets. I don't know if Jay Ward is going to be a true like two deep safety. I think if you play like a 3 safety look like they did with Jacoby Stevens, he could be that guy. I'll be interested. Maybe they can turn him into a free safety and just go play deep center field. Maybe. Casey Landrum, are you concerned with the O-line depth? Absolutely. It's my biggest concern on offense, is offensive line. I'm not worried about quarterback. I'm not worried about receiver. You don't really have anybody proven at running back or tight end, which is concerning. So you need, I think one of those veterans, either Ty Davis Price or John Emery, I think one of those guys emerges this year out of necessity. And we'll see about Cole Taylor. I mean, look, Gilbert was your stud, and he's gone. And, you also signed Jalen Shedd, who's gone. So it's Cole Taylor, and then they're moving Jack Besh from receiver to tight end. So he's got a chance to play some as well. But, you need something to establish there, right? Because you're not. But offensive line, I mean, absolutely. The fact that the unit played poorly last year and none of those guys behind them stole reps was real concerning, man, for sure. So I want to see, I'm very hopeful, though, that Brad Davis coming in, as new offensive line coach, who has the reputation of being a really technical offensive line coach, I'm really hopeful, man, that he gets them rolling and he gets them playing really well. I mean, you got some guys that came back and are playing for their future, and hopefully they stay healthy and have a great year. Guys like Deculus and Ed Ingram, and Chasen Hines. And, but man, look, I mean, Ogeron said at Rotary last week, his 2 best linemen backing up are Anthony Bradford and Garrett Dellinger. I mean, Bradford, we heard about him all last year, didn't play a lick, and Dellinger's a freshman. So, what does that tell you about all the other depth that's been there, guys that can't break through? So, Lowell Cormier, Matt, thoughts on the Mets not signing Vanderbilt pitcher Kumar Rocker? I was surprised by it. I mean, someone asked me, I think it might have been Brian who asked me a couple weeks ago about it, or last week when that report broke. And, I mean, we see every year guys hold out to the deadline and then ultimately get deals done. So I was surprised they didn't get the deal done. And supposedly with his elbow, they're not sure if he'll pitch again at Vanderbilt. Like, does he just sit out a year, wait for next year's draft? Does he go back to Vandy? I don't know. Be curious to see what he does. MLB needs to change the CBA. If they don't come to an agreement with the draftee, they can become a free agent. Well, hang on one second. I want to address that. Hang on one second. 6. All right, y'all, I got an 8:15 Microsoft Teams meeting, so let me go quickly here. The problem with that, Brandon, is then you incentivize players not to sign with teams that pick them if they don't like the franchise, and then just become a free agent. So I don't like that idea. Reagan Lee, so I think we pretty much have an idea of who the lineup will be for baseball except center field. Who do you have playing center? I think Dylan Cruz plays center. I do not think Bianco will play. I would be surprised if he'd be on the team. Dirk Diggler, what a reference. Still no comments on Catholic getting busted. Clown emoji, laughing face. Like, are you living under a rock? Yeah, I commented on the situation. Go back on AFR. I did it in the 5 o'clock hour, to start the 5 o'clock hour on AFR a month ago. Clown emoji. It's the guy with a fake name hanging out on a Monday morning on a Facebook live chat. Get a job, loser. Jesus Christ. Charlie Cavell, U.S. leading the Japanese 6-5 in the top of the 8th. Is that baseball? Baseball? Neely, hello. Tim Gotro, good morning. Individual gold medal for U.S. women on floor routine biles to compete on balance beam? Oh, really? I thought they were done with gymnastics. So Biles is going to compete, huh? Good for her. Let's see, Taylor, if you could have your pick at quarterback, would you choose one that is above average from the pocket or a mobile quarterback? You have to be able to throw the football in today's game. I want whoever is the better, more consistent passer who's going to make the least amount of mistakes. I mean, Tom Brady can't move. He's the greatest quarterback ever. I need my quarterback upright leading my offense. I don't need a quarterback to make plays with his feet. Let me rephrase. I don't need a quarterback to be dynamic with his feet. If there's a gap and he can tuck the ball and run and give me a first down, sure. But I don't need that for my quarterback, especially one that doesn't like to go down, doesn't like to slide. Brady Smith, morning, Matt. Getting more and more nervous about my LA flight by the day. Well, go get vaccinated, man. Do your part if you haven't yet. Encourage others to do the same. I mean, you all know myself. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. I mean, your body is your body. Your life is your life. Your decision. It's a beautiful thing about living in a free society. But the undeniable truth is every day the Baton Rouge General updates their COVID case list, not just at the General, but for all of the greater Baton Rouge medical centers, so the General, the Lake, and Ochsner. And as of right now, with all this as of 8/1, so this was yesterday, there were in Baton Rouge 331 people hospitalized at the 3 major hospitals, 290 of them unvaccinated, 41 of them vaccinated. So can you still get COVID if you're vaccinated? Sure. Can you still get COVID and get sick? Sure. Are you 7 times roughly more likely to become very ill with COVID if you are unvaccinated? Yup. So make your own choice. And if anybody mentions anything to me about politics, I might come through the phone or the screen and slap you in your face, because I have no desire to talk about any political bull-ish. Let's see. Brady, I'm vaccinated. I had to show my card to get into Tipitina's on Friday. Wow. That is weird. Reagan, so who plays right field? I think one of the freshmen. One of the freshmen, or Drost, if he can come along. All right, y'all, I think we're done, and I've got to get on a Zoom call here in about 5 minutes anyway. So, okay, y'all have an awesome day. As always, shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, HUDCO Roofing, HUDCOroofing.com. You need a roof inspection, a free, no obligation roofing inspection. We would love to provide that for you. Okay, y'all have an awesome day. Locked on LSU coming up. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe to Locked on LSU and then AFR at 3. Peace. See y'all.